On top of that, you're not in combat. You're not in Iraq anymore. You're not in Afghanistan anymore. You don't have to stay in the fight. You can pull yourself out of that firefight, okay? Right? There's, don't try to win every battle and lose the war. You ever hear that one? You try to win every battle, you're gonna lose the war. The goal is to win the war, right? So pull yourself out of the conflict, of the hate, anger, fear, and resentment. Move away from it. Go find some space and time. And I think when I say PACE, positive activities for veterans, have a PACE, primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. Guess what emergency is? Get out of Dodge, because Dodge is trying to kill you. Leave. Go to your friend's house for a day, for 3 days, for a week, as long as it takes. Does that make sense? Oh, hey folks, Rick Mills here. I'm getting ready to hit the lake, do a little bass fishing. I need some sanity. You ever feel like you're going to go insane? Or maybe you are insane. I was wondering whether I should make this video or not, but like that's what the Lord has me doing is trying to talk to that person that nobody else is talking to in video form. This is like my video diary. This is my, I guess, therapy. The message for this video today is when life gets more stressful, relationships, finances, pain issues, when that gets more stressful, move away from alcohol, less self-medicating. I'll put it like this: when you were in Iraq or you in Afghanistan or wherever you were running and gunning, would you be under the influence in that tick? Would you want to be under the influence in the most dangerous situation in your life? You're fighting for your life. People are shooting at you, trying to kill you. You're shooting back, you're returning fire. Would you want to be mentally incapacitated at any level? So when you find yourself in another, say, life or death situation because you're going insane, somebody in your life, or the pain, or whatever financial situation you find yourself in, it all comes crashing down. It seems like always at the same time, and you're going insane, or you are insane. And now you got to figure out how to live in this insane body and insane brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. I'm telling you right now, there's no difference between any veterans. That's why you'll hear me say it a million times in my videos. I love all veterans. I'm not going to say the whole saying. You've heard it 100 times so far. But in saying that, in some way, shape, or form, just because you're a special operator or a SEAL or a Delta Force operator or a Green Beret, I'm telling you right now, as a veteran advocate, I talk to 10th Mountain guys, I talk to 82nd guys, I've had CAG guys in my basement, I've had Green Berets call me and say, Rick, I'm coming to your house, I'm bringing all my firearms and I'm dumping it at your place. Because I'm not safe. I'm gonna hurt myself or somebody else. And I almost did last night. So I'm gonna bring all my firearms and I need you to hold on to them for me. That's a guy that doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs. That's a Green Beret. Probably the only thing that kept him out of jail or out of the grave or whatever was the fact that he wasn't under the influence at the time. I have so many stories. I've been driving here with my kayak because I got to get away. 30 days of insanity. Last night was crazy. 11 o'clock, really? I'm trying to go to sleep. That's when you want to drive me insane. Sometimes I feel like people are trying to kill you. Sometimes I feel like people want you to hurt yourself. But I don't want to hurt myself. I'm gonna tell a few stories, then I'm gonna go fishing. And this is gonna connect the dots on there's no difference between 10th Mountain guy who I'm talking to on the phone that says, in my custody battle for my children, if I didn't get awarded at least partial custody of my kids, I wouldn't be on this planet right now. Thank the Lord, the judge awarded him partial custody, and now I have another friend. I'm in Las Vegas at SHOT Show trying to sign contracts with partner companies for my for-profit company, Wild Jaeger. And I go to the Black and Tan Ranger event, 75th Ranger Regiment. The regiment is proud. Pride is a sin. Because Rangers are different. You don't understand. Back in the day, Panama, Grenada. Sergeant Major on a video chat. I don't know what the deal was. I was Sergeant Major of the Year in my unit. When I PCS'd or ETS'd out of the military, I walked into PAC. Everybody stood up, got a position of parade rest for me, and helped me file my stuff. I went straight to the front of the line. I got my 100%. I'm in a video chat with like 40 other Rangers, and I'm like, really, fucking dude? That's your measurement of success, that you were a Sergeant Major and you walked into PAC and they fucking got down on their knees and fucking bowed to you because you're a Sergeant Major and you got your 100? I don't know why it's so fucking hard. Why don't you call every fucking soldier? If you're a leader and your life is good, or you don't know what to do, you want to help, call every soldier, reach out to every soldier that ever served for you, and just a simple message. Hey man, I was thinking about you. Are you okay? How you doing? You need somebody to talk to? So I'm in Vegas, and you know, it's Vegas. Everybody's drinking, everybody's drunk. There's fucking 10, 15 Rangers over here singing cadence from the 90s, because they got out in the 90s and they didn't deploy. They weren't in the Army for 9/11. They never went to Iraq. They never went to Afghanistan. So their idea of being a hoo-ah Ranger at Las Vegas is, R is for Ranger, A is for all the way, true toast, woo! And this non-commissioned officer, I don't know if he's active or not, comes up to me because he saw me and he's losing it. He's having a PTSD episode in front of me. He's physically shaking. He's breaking down. He doesn't know whether to laugh or cry or scream. I feel like if he was in a position, and he's drinking, he's in a position of he's gonna hurt himself or he's gonna hurt somebody else. And he's like, I don't know what to do with the way I feel right now. I can't control it anymore. I can't control it. I said, what? You're here, it's arranged. Why don't you go talk to this sergeant major that's running this organization, that's running this show, that's a veteran advocate from the 75th Ranger Regiment. I tried. I walked up to him. I tried to talk to him. He just turned around and walked away. Is your organization pretending to help people, or is it really digging down? You guys just having a meeting, you guys just having a Zoom chat, patting each other on the back, drinking scotch, talking about how awesome you guys, how it was back in the day. I don't know where that NCO is. I gave him my card. I'm in Vegas. My wife's there. I tried to reach out to him. I don't even know if he's alive anymore. And that hurts. It's another thing that I carry around my shoulder along with 100 other veterans. 10 that I'm currently dealing with. 5 to 10 that are gone. They're not even here anymore. They're up here. They're here. I hope they're up there. I don't know. I'm on my way to Florida. They go get my Ranger story, got your 10th Mountain story, which is good for the rest of the Army. Let's talk about Special Forces. So I'm on my way to Florida, and through the SF chat room, everybody's got your own little room that everybody goes to and blah, blah, blah. There's like, hey man, there's this guy and he's having a real hard time. Can anybody reach out to him? Hey man, me. Who will go? Send me. I'll raise my hand. That's what the Lord has me doing, right? I'm no better than anybody else. I'm no better. My life is not better than anybody else's. All I'm trying to do is give you guys tips on how to make it through the next hour, maybe the next day, maybe the next week, maybe the next month. This channel is not for everybody. If it's not for you, unsubscribe. The Lord has told me it's about the one. It's not about the 99. It's about the one person that needs this message today. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why I've let go of my pride. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't have any pride. I don't need it. Throw that crap out the window. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm a Green Beret and I'm no better than anybody else. My problems are no different. They're not better. My problems aren't different because I'm Special Forces. No, they're not. We all suffer the same. So I reach out to this guy. I'm talking to some guys in the background, and I'm like, hey, who is this guy? Where is he? What's his background? Oh, he's whatever group. He's off the charts. He's saying he's self-medicating. He's either on heroin or something, but he doesn't even know who he is. So then, I'm like, how does this connect? Lord, the way it works for me is the Lord puts people in my life, and I meet people where they are. I'm not meeting veterans in church. Sometimes I do, but not very often. My purpose given to me by the Lord is to meet veterans where they are. That's in a bar, that's on the highway, in a rest area, that's in a condo, that's in Florida, that's in Colorado, on the top of a mountain, in a camp. I'm in Elk Base Camp by myself, and all of a sudden a truck goes by, pulls in, sees my little banner out there, and pulls in. Next thing I know, the guy gets out, his dad's a Green Beret. 0%, Vietnam vet, nothing. Okay, Lord, thank you. So now I'm like, well, how can I do this? What do I do? I don't even know where this guy is. There's 50 states in the United States. Where is this guy? I'm on my way to Florida in the spring, and I'm going down 81. 81 turns into, I think, 87 or 70 something before it jumps into 85 and then goes through Columbus, Georgia, and boom, you're in Florida. So I'm sleeping. I can only drive 4 to 5 hours where I'm not crawling out of my car because of my spine. So it takes me 5 days to get to Florida from New York. I drive 4 to 5 hours, I stop, I get a hotel. So I'm wake up, I'm in my hotel. I'm getting in to drive through City X in like South Carolina before I jump and bump into Atlanta and down into Columbus. And I see another post. He's in this city, which is 45 minutes from me. I'm getting ready to drive through that city. So I'm in my hotel room. I'm like, how do I affect a link up with this Green Beret? Right? Because they're better than other people, right? So I try to get a hold of him. Boom, I call this guy. I'm like, hey, I'm passing through. This is my chance. I can be the guy that can help this guy, right? I try to get a hold of the guy. You know, the difference between green, I guess there is a little difference. The training that you have intensifies your PTSD, and when you're under the influence of like narcotics, if you're on heroin, it intensifies the, what do you call it? Where you're worried about stuff and everything. So I get on the phone, I call the guy, and I'm like, he's like, I know who you are. You're watching me. I've got a gun, and don't even try to. And I'm like, dude, it's just another SF guy. I'm trying to. There's nothing I could say to that guy. I tried. I talked to him. I messaged him. Nothing I could do for the guy. Nothing. Ended up calling his girlfriend. Turned out it's relationship fractures. Yeah, he's probably in my apartment. Here's my code to my door if you want to go. And I contemplated it. I messaged him. I said, hey, I'll meet you at restaurant X, but I'm not coming and knocking on your door. I didn't say this to him, but in my mind, Green Beret Rick Mills, I'm not going and knocking on your door so you can have some heroin-induced thing and shoot me in the face because you don't even know who you are because you're under the influence of something, psychotic episode. So I drove through the city, and that was it. It was over. The chance was gone. He wouldn't come to me, and I ain't going to him. I'm not going that far. I was like, Lord, do you want me to do this? Lord, speak to me, show me, tell me, give me a sign. I don't know what I was supposed to learn from that incident. I don't know what he was supposed to learn. Is he alive? I don't know. No clue. I know there's no chatter. Nobody's talking about him anymore. And Delta Force is just a level up. It's Navy SEALs, same thing. You can go to any of these freaking chat rooms and everybody's patting each other on the back about all the great things they did. Nobody's telling the real stories. Very few are really coming out with maybe some tips and being like, hey, here's what happened to me. I used to be, and now I lost everything. And now I have Jesus. Thank you, Lord. And now my life is different. You think it's different. You try. I'm gonna finish with this. You know the whole Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? I talk about self-actualizing and all this other stuff. You'll see that I self-actualize. You know what? Self-actualization doesn't mean that you can't find yourself back at level 1, which is like safety and security. When when at 11 o'clock at night, you could hurt yourself or you could hurt somebody else. You could end up in jail or you could end up in the ground. But I'm telling you this, when I, Ricky Mills, start getting in that zone, start moving toward that zone, I drink less because I need clarity. Because all alcohol and drugs do is turn it into a mess. It just makes it worse. It makes your decision processing worse. It makes you do really bad things. Really bad things. Blackout drunk? Really? In that situation, if I was blackout drunk last night? So again, the theme of this video is when you find yourself and you feel like you're going insane, somebody's trying to drive you insane, you're losing it. Why? Don't add alcohol to the insanity. Don't add drugs to the insanity. Seek clarity. Seek some space and time if you can find it. I'm in the guest bedroom. I've been in the guest bedroom for 30 days. I don't have anywhere else to go. So I'm going fishing. Hopefully I'll catch a bass. Right? I hope that this message finds the person that it was meant for today. Sorry, I'm not dumping my crap on anybody. I'm no better than anybody else. I have no pride. Pride's a sin, and I am humble. Thank you, Lord. It takes courage. And maybe a little insanity. Chest rudder. Let's go. It's a little shallow here. I gotta be careful. I'll do little steps. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go find some sanity. There's gonna be some sanity out on the lake, right? No alcohol, no drugs. Just me. Couple fishing poles, a kayak. Amen. There's a few other things I wanted to say. I just got in the moment. You ever notice how, like, when you're in that, like, you go back to Maslow's level 1 safety and security, like, I'm literally operating at like 10% efficiency right now. I have so much energy going into just like, I look calm, but inside I'm like doing flip turns. I'm trying to hold myself together. It takes a lot of energy, and people don't see that. On the outside, you're just walking around, right? Some people can sense it. You know, they can sense that you're at a high level of stress. You're just trying to hold it together. And you're in Walmart, or you're at some restaurant, you're maybe doing whatever, you're hanging out you're going to work, and your people at work, they have no clue where you're at in your mind and your soul. You know? you're falling apart. You're trying to hold it together so bad and nobody knows, right? And you just feel like nobody cares. And then another physical manifestation of this stress level is like, I only defecate like once every 2 or 3 days. I'm so tense. I'm so tense. Really? A physical manifestation of my stress is that I'm so tense, I'm only pooping like every 2 days or 3 days. Another physical manifestation of my stress levels are, especially in the moment, when you're in the fight, you're right there. It's so bad, people don't know. So bad, it's so bad. It's too bad, it's too late. Yeah, music, great. Try to stay away from crazy music when I'm going insane. Sometimes I think this kayak saved my life a couple times. Highly recommend one of these kayaks. And another physical manifestation of that stress and that tension in my body is when I'm in the moment, in the fight, like I feel like the back of my head, does anybody else feel this way? I really seriously asking this question. It feels like the back of my head, my body wants to fold itself backwards, not forward, backwards. It feels like my back muscles, my calf muscles, and my thigh muscles and everything wants to, and the back of my head wants to attach itself to my heels and fold me backwards. I'm not making this video to make anybody feel bad. I'm making this video to let somebody out there know you're not alone, man. You're not alone. But you know where none of that matters? Here. You gotta laugh, man. It's dark. It's dark humor. Enough of that. Let's go fishing. Do you know that the Lord has a special purpose for every single person that the Lord puts on this planet? And when you take your own life, it negates that purpose. The Lord had a plan for you, and then you took your own life, and you negated the Lord's ability to continue to mold and mentor and break you down into their infinite pieces to where you're a puddle of mush and he can start rebuilding you. And the other half of that is the devil wants you to hurt yourself. The devil's working on you, man. He's got the demons working. Your significant other that you're arguing with, I've come to the conclusion that they're a tool. Like the devil's using them. Isn't that crazy? In order to get to you, the person that the Lord wants to work through, wants you to be a vessel to let him in. So because he's not on that earth, he needs you to talk to your brothers, man. He needs you to be a voice of sanity. He needs you to not be drunk and a heroin addict so you can be there for some guy that can call you in the morning and say, hey man, I'm going insane. Will you store my weapons at your house? Because I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt myself or hurt somebody else. And you can be there for that guy. Baby ducks. Baby ducks! Wood ducks. Those are wood ducks. That's a wood duck. It's a female wood duck and a couple baby wood ducks. So last time we saw ducks, they were mallards. Listen to her, they're calling. That's a female wood duck. You don't see that every day, folks. What a gift. Look at her. She's trying to draw away. Look at the babies. She's trying to fly away, and then she's going to act like she's wounded. They're going to go off. She's going to draw me away. She's going to sacrifice herself for the others, for the babies. She's going to allow herself to be vulnerable, be shot or taken so that her babies might live, might survive. When she draws me away, then she'll go back in. There she goes. Satan wants you to hurt yourself, because if he can get you to hurt yourself, your children are more likely to hurt themselves. Your brother or somebody in your family, your friends, for every suicide, there's 2 people that are going to hurt themselves after that. Suicide is contagious. It runs in 3s. Fact. Because a lot of people don't have the courage to do it. They can't bring themselves to do it. Courage. I hate using that word. I don't have another word to use. I don't like to use the word courage when it comes to hurting yourself, because a lot of us don't look at it as courageous. We look at it as something else, weakness, but it's tough. It's real tough. In a world of pain, you just want peace. You just don't want to hurt anymore. You're so tired. I'm so tired. Let's go fishing. Woo! Nobody's hurting me out here. Just to let everybody know, I just made a really, I think, wise decision. I just called John, I call him, and I just asked him if I could come stay at his place for a couple days. And of course he said yes. I'm not too proud. Don't be too proud to call a brother. Go. Find some space. Find some time. Find some sanity. Spend 24, 72 a week in sanity, and then maybe reinsert yourself back into the chaos when you're a little bit more well-armed, I guess. Jeez. Hi. So I'm going to John's for at least a week. Try to lead by example, people. Come on, veterans. Smart choices. It's a fine line between hard and stupid. Hard stays at home, sucks it up. Put yourself back into the, stays in the fray, stays in the fight. Because if I keep fighting, maybe I'll win. Maybe I'll say something that makes sense. that gets that person to stop hurting me. No, that's not how it works. You have to make choices for yourself. You have to take the steps. You have to take the steps for yourself. You have to move away. You have to have a plan, a primary, alternate, contingency, emergency plan to get on your kayak and go find some space, get away from the house, so you can make smart decisions. So maybe you can call a friend. Do you have a friend out there that has an extra bed in his house? If you don't, call me. I got an extra bed. I got a whole log cabin you can have. Every veteran that ever comes hunting with me or fishing with me, they all leave with one message. You see that cabin over there? It's got your name on it. Doors open. Let yourself in. Go in there and spend as much time as you want by yourself. You ain't gotta talk to me. I won't come over. When you're ready to talk, come on over to the house. Make some chow. We'll talk about it. Are you there for your buddies? That much? Are you really there? I hope so. That's what we need. Veterans helping veterans. Veterans supporting veterans. I'm no better than anybody else, man, just because I'm making videos. I'm on YouTube. Crazy. Again, hope this video finds the person that it was meant for. I feel like I need to explain something. You know, like, why is this green beret on a computer crying into the screen? I have a severe traumatic brain injury, TBI. Part of that is I have no control of my emotions. None. Not only that, but it takes my emotions and it's times 10 or 100. So I can definitely be like a harm. I used to be a harm to myself and others because I wasn't ahead of it. I didn't know why this was happening to me. You died, man. You died. Your head went off the windshield of a car at 60 miles an hour. And you're still alive. Now you're here. And now you gotta like live with this crazy person. You gotta figure out how to get ahead of it. Getting ahead of it is identifying the hazards in your life and trying to avoid them. Sometimes leaving them for a while if you have to. Get away, go find some peace. I feel like I needed to explain that. I didn't used to be this way. I didn't used to be a crybaby. You know, it's been 2007. It's been like 18 years or something like that. Or whatever, I don't know, 2007 to 25. You know, I used to not recognize myself. I didn't like myself. Who is this person? Look at this weak dude. You're weak. I'm not weak. I'm broken. I'll tell you what courage is. Courage is staying in the fight. Courage is not quitting. Courage is living with this broken you. Courage is not checking yourself out of the fight. Courage is living for your spouse, for your children, for your friends, for your parents, maybe even for yourself a little bit, even when you're kind of done. That's courage. I'm not saying I'm any more courageous than anybody else, but I'm still here. I'm still in the fight. Still in the fight. On top of that, courage, you're not in combat. You're not in Iraq anymore. You're not in Afghanistan anymore. You don't have to stay in the fight. You can pull yourself out of that firefight, okay? Right? There's, you know, don't try to win every battle and lose the war. You ever hear that one? You try to win every battle, you're gonna lose the war. The goal is to win the war, right? So pull yourself out of the conflict, of the hate, anger, fear, and resentment. Move away from it. Go find some space and time. And I think I just, you know, when I say PACE, positive activities for veterans, have a PACE, primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. Guess what emergency is? Get out of Dodge, because Dodge is trying to kill you. Leave. Go to your friend's house for a day, for 3 days, for a week, as long as it takes. Does that make sense? Well, not exactly what we were going for. Better, but it's better than nothing. One fish for the day.
Big old fat water snake.
Did you see the size of that chicken? Big old water snake.